But he'll look at you and go, nah, that happened.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped down. Oh, she was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, come on, I'm talking to her. She jumped down. She was like, duh, duh, duh. And I'm like, wait, what is you doing? That stuff, that's me and Jay-Z stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. Don't come
So
on.
Hov wasn't there?
I'm talking to Jay.
Talking to Jay.
As soon as I talked to Jay, she jumped down, came over. I said, oh shit, look at this.
They about to jump you.
You lucky Solange wasn't there.
Yeah, you lucky Solange wasn't
Solange was there. I would have had to reboot.
50 Cent is coming. And, you know, 4 months later in the club hit and it was over. And it was just like, okay, now everybody got to sit on the sidelines and wait this tidal wave out.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like this can't take nobody not saying nothing.
50 Cent was the one. Yes, the same 50 individuals who have earned a living by pursuing invoices and placing blame on others. He chose to openly and financially back Rymir's cause after witnessing it, both with cameras and legal assistance. A thorough documentary about Rymir's case and the larger issue of how influential people like Diddy and Jay-Z have evaded responsibility for years is reportedly in the process of being produced at 50. In addition, people are already taking notice. Because of 50's notoriety, from small-time drama to something more serious, this movement is changing. When 50 Cent takes over, there won't be as much place for silence, and there will be more pressure and media attention. Jay-Z can't ignore it any longer. The deadline of July 18th is real, and the court may begin rendering rulings without his presence if he fails to show up. This is a significant change after years of delay. Despite Jay-Z's team's continuous attempts to hide the information, the internet is also demanding answers. Rymir has been battling this alone for so long, which is absurd. After all these years, most would have given up. But he persisted despite losing his mother and being repeatedly shut down by the courts. New public attention has been generated by that tenacity and 50 Cent's backing. The question is, why not just take the test? Additionally, the longer Jay-Z remains silent, the more people begin to believe that he is concealing something. The other is Beyoncé. She has not made any statements on this matter thus far. However, rumors suggest that Rymir was the object of a clandestine attempt to silence a member of her inner group. If this is true, it calls into question the Carters' willingness to take such drastic steps to conceal this. The fact that Beyoncé's crew was involved gives this tale a whole new level of drama, whether she realized it or not. Now that 50 Cent has financed and produced it, everyone is watching. This case has become inevitable after being disregarded. Moreover, this documentary may reveal more than a paternity accusation if it turns out to be true. It may reveal years of legal disputes, court errors, and the ways in which influential people evade accountability. This is an issue of truth for Rymir. Jay-Z views it as a moral test that extends beyond child rearing. Is that the more important question? What if the DNA test indicates that Rymir is correct? This would imply that Jay-Z not only abandoned a child but also purposefully fought against recognition for years. It would alter not just his reputation as a rapper or a businessman but also his image as a man. The focus has shifted from his father to what justice looks like when power is involved. This time, it appears like the truth may eventually surface.
To BMF now too.
Yeah, she's working on the BMF series, and then, you know, City Girls up like a month.
Did you do that just for Diddy?
No, that was ahead of the thing with Daphne or whatever like that. But y'all, man, I ain't kissed in the mouth in 10 years, man. Somebody got to kiss her.
Oh, man.
That's a wild shit to say.
Yeah, you know, that ain't no, like, for real. You know, like, it ain't one of those situations where, you know, how they have us in it, like, they'll still go back to the baby mother and hang out with the baby mother and stuff like that. Nah, that's, and that was not like a relationship then anyway. It was more like an arrangement.
Rymir was totally outmatched until 50 Cent intervened and altered the fight's outcome. 50 reportedly pays for all of Rymir's legal fees out of pocket at the moment. However, it goes beyond that. Rymir will also be the subject of an in-depth documentary that examines the history of Diddy and Jay-Z. And it will take time to finish. This project, which is turning into a really well-planned expose. The kind that might completely change the business and reveal secrets that individuals had assumed would never be revealed. And this goes beyond basic trolling or meaningless Instagram remarks when it comes to 50 Cent. Because Jay-Z continues to refuse to undergo a DNA test, he is the target of his criticism. Individuals in their 50s have expressed their suspicion that someone with Jay's wealth and status would still avoid this. This blow, however, is more difficult because 50 is accustomed to the industry's legal battling, media manipulation, and cover-up strategies. He is now manipulating the entire system to work against Jay. A modest paternity dispute has made headlines. The other is Beyoncé. Her name is closely linked to the catastrophe even though she has remained silent. When Rymir pressed for information, one of her companions reportedly advised him to back off, referring to him as a little boy. That may not sound like much, but when it's Beyoncé's brand polished, powerful, and always in control, it sounds different. Individuals are beginning to wonder if she is actually trying to hide this or if she is just protecting her husband. If so, her involvement goes much beyond maintaining a clean family image. This isn't another celebrity scandal. It's beginning to look like a cover-up, one built on silence, power, and maybe even the law. You see, this is about more than simply a supposed secret child. This has serious legal ramifications. Rymir's late mother, Wanda, said she met Jay-Z, who was in his 20s at the time, when she was only 16. He transported her across state lines from Philadelphia to New York. She added, "If it is true and it was done for personal purposes, there is a significant legal problem that could lead to federal charges. The legal consent age in Pennsylvania is 17. As a result, if Jay did follow Wanda's orders, there is both accountability and the possibility of criminal prosecution. Additionally, that may be the reason Jay-Z has avoided the trial and refused to take a DNA test for so long. If there is even the remotest possibility that Wanda's claim is accurate, it opens the door to more than just public humiliation. As a result, criminal charges are made. At the moment, lawyers are keeping a careful eye on that. These aspects of Wanda's story were lost in the background commotion for years. Now, however, they are the focus of attention. A disparity in age, timelines, crossing state lines. All of this adds to the seriousness of this case, particularly now that a judge is allowing it to proceed. The judicial system is being compelled to reevaluate. So Rymir is not the only one standing up for the truth. And with 50 Cent educating the public about everything, it can no longer be ignored. The risk only becomes worse when you believe it to be at its worst. If these allegations turn out to be accurate, Jay-Z might not be the only person with a secret. Individuals are curious whether anyone else is aware of this. And who was silent? Did anybody fail to look? And who will lose if this situation truly goes wrong?
I have something huge coming up, a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right? I know
He did it.
you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Puffy was playing with your booty in Miami. You know it was in Miami. Says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity.
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
So was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
5. As though Jay-Z wasn't already attractive, there is now genuine speculation that Diddy's legal troubles may be connected to his issues. And right in the middle of everything, 50 Cent. Rymir's paternity battle isn't the only topic of his upcoming documentary. The 1950s are reportedly investigating Diddy and Jay-Z's past in great detail. He may even be able to link them with some of the dirt he is excavating. The resemblances, which include prior business transactions, personal meetings, and common connections are beginning to draw attention. Some with knowledge of the matter claim that there may be phone conversations, tapes, or even chats that demonstrate Jay-Z and Diddy were closer than they ever disclosed. According to one former source, Jay never invited Diddy to his wedding but continued to run into him at secret meetings, private parties, and on boats. Because of this, the truth is becoming increasingly muddled, despite Jay's best efforts to maintain a clear divide in public. Would 50 Cent do? He's discarding all of the receipts he can locate. As a result, paternity is no longer the only problem. If the documentary 50 reveals Jay and Diddy's true selves, Jay-Z may no longer be able to remain silent. He has until July 18th to reply to the court's paternity complaint. He also avoided the catastrophe for years by remaining silent, but no longer. According to the judge, the matter is still pending. 50 Cent also keeps stoking the flames. Jay-Z's whole reputation is suddenly at stake as the lawsuit moves from the courts to the public glare. Fans are eagerly awaiting the next surprise as 50 Cent promises shocking revelations in his documentary. The pivotal query? Will Jay finally take the test he has been dreading for years? Regardless, 50 Cent is locked in and prepared to continue to exert pressure. Ignoring this is no longer acceptable. So what do you think? Does Jay-Z have a more sinister secret? Or is this all smoke and no fire? What is Beyoncé's real background? This decline may be the largest the company has experienced in a long time. Some people are willing to share everything, while others are just interested in the facts. Jay-Z may have run out of time and pals, because if all goes according to plan, it won't be the only thing that garners media attention. It might change everything. Since this problem is only becoming more complex, kindly share your thoughts below. Do you think Jay-Z should just take the test and get his name cleared? Or do you think he is trying to hide anything else from the public? If you're interested in this drama, click the like button. In order to avoid missing any twists, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you later.